longest running music, art, and weed culture show on the internet. Less views than a cat video on YouTube, but just as important. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Less views than a cat video. Hey, you can't compete with animals, man. Don't even try. They're just too cute. We're not. But I'm going to check out the Bumpskey show. And I'm going to check out Jerry Bumpskey.
Thank you, Tommy. Oh, I'm a little loud there. Got a guest today. Say hi, Bumpskey.
Hi, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise from Bumpskey. Surprise guest from Bumpskey.
I'm actually on the show.
She's on the show today. Not very often, so don't get used to it. Doesn't happen very often, does it?
Who knows?
You never know.
Right.
You never know.
Might be starting a whole new era.
Shit happens here all the time.
Right.
All the time it happens.
It does. That's for sure.
So today is the last day of our 25th year of broadcasting.
Woo!
If anybody cares.
I do.
Bumpskey cares. And why do you care, Bumpskey?
I care because it's a worthy cause, number one, very challenging, but we are trying to spread peace, love, and music forever and ever for all those bands that are out there that are struggling and trying to make it and doing their own thing. We're trying to support all of them, every single one of them. So I'm very happy to be on the show. Special guest. You'll never see me again, that's for sure.
Well, what's your memory of the start of Bumpskey?
Very simply, my older brother Peter had passed away, and he had music. He loved music, all kinds of music, country, you name it, Elvis Presley, everything. And I didn't know what to do. Had a bit of money for a kind of memorial to him. And my brother was a genius, and he always said to me, "Oh, you are so wise, you need to carry on." That was his expression, carry on. So I thought maybe we should really carry on his love of all kinds of music. So we started trying to think of what we wanted to do. And Jerry and I decided that we would adventure into a whole new realm of computers. People were starting to get into computers, but really didn't know what they could really do, because computers were used in businesses, and that was it. It was never used for entertainment. And our concept was, well, with all this technology, which is advancing so fast, all entertainment is going to go through the computers and the internet, because now you started to have the internet, AOL. Wow, is that old? And we thought, let's start having a broadcasting show. So we inspired to do that in memorial to my brother, and starting one of the first ever podcasts, broadcasting over the internet. And everybody said, "Oh no, this is never ever going to work." And we said, "No, you are so wrong. It's all going to come all through the internet." Now you got Netflix, you have millions and millions of podcasts. We were actually one of the first ever podcast show trying to strive to incorporate entertainment, the love of music, helping struggling all independent music to help them along. So here we are, 25 years later, pushing and pushing ahead, with our whole concept. And of course, now you have millions and millions of podcasts, a lot of shit stuff on. We are not shit stuff. We're trying to do something to archive all kinds of music in the turn of the century. All these millennials are just gamers, but we have a cause, a major cause to keep music thriving and going. And we have proved it so far, Jerry. 25 years later, we're still doing it ourselves. And Jerry and I are pushing forward. We'll start our 26th year tomorrow. But it all started with a memorial to my brother, Carry On. And here we are, the first and longest ever. I had Jerry, actually, a cool story. I had Jerry every day for almost 12 hours, focusing on getting music and people calling in. We had a studio actually right in the living room, actually the kitchen area. I ran the, what is it, T1 line, Jerry, or T3?
T1 line.
T1 line through this place in order to do it and broadcast. It was like $3,000 a month. I had Jerry on 12 hours a day having music. And of course, we continued to venture forward. And here we are, Jerry, 25 years later.
Try moving this way a little bit.
Pretty amazing, I think. Totally amazing. So that's where we are today.
Move this way. Pick up your chair and move that way. There you go.
Over,
right.
Closer to my sweetheart.
You gotta, of course, move the microphone.
Of course, first time on the air. Here we go.
You, of course, have to move the microphone. Not that far over, but... Oh, as soon as you do that, we get... Okay, yeah, that'll be fine.
That's better?
That's better.
Okay.
That's better.
Can that go down a little? I have to get
taller. It can
taller.
go up. It can go down. It can go wherever you want it to go, baby.
That's good. You have to remember Bumpskey is a...
Why are you backing up?
Oh, I'm moving.
I don't want you to back up. The microphone... See how close my mouth is to the microphone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
So you should be doing what I'm doing.
Okay. I'm doing what you're doing.
There you go.
Okay. That's good.
There you go.
Can I look at you? No?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm doing about 8,000 other things,
I
but
know.
you can look at me if you want. I mean, this is how I do the show. I do a ton of things while I'm playing music.
Jerry is a one-man band, a totally one-man band.
Now, the story I remember, the way I remember it, is that most of what Rita said was correct. But I do remember a couple of different things. I do remember that when we first started, I approached many people for financing.
Oh, yes. True.
Including the mafia. And everybody thought I was out of my mind. Oh, and I'm serious, including the mafia. Totally 100% serious. Including mafia. And nobody cared.
No.
Nobody cared about music. Everybody thought I was crazy, that who's going to go on the internet? It's all dial-up. Meanwhile, I knew, because I was a computer guy and worked on mainframe computers, that there was a lot of high-speed lines out there, and it was just a matter of time before high-speed would be introduced into households. So back in 1999, or 1998, Rita's daughter got her first computer, which probably didn't even come with a sound card. Back then, I think you had to pay extra for a sound card. So a lot of the computers had just a built-in speaker into the motherboard that would play beeps. So like if you did something wrong, it would go beep. And if you did the beep, and it was just a speaker. And that was it. And then in 1999, I met this guy, because computers, Rita spent like $4,000, or Rita's brother spent like $4,000 on this computer that didn't even have a sound card. So in about 1999, I think, at work, I started talking to this guy, and he was telling me how he would go to shows and build computers. And I was interested because I was always into stereos and electronics and stuff like that. So the guy piqued my interest. So I said to Rita, hey, how about we try and go to a computer show and build a computer? And I'll get the shopping list from this guy and we'll just walk around. Did he go to us to the first computer show? Did he go with us?
No, actually, I had a list, and we had a list of RAM and different things we needed to get, and he told us what to get, and we just got it, and that was it.
Yeah, I think we just went shopping and
Yeah.
got everything we needed. And then I took it all to work with me. And one night at work, he showed me how to put it all together. And that was the first computer that I started using for the show. And it was like a pretty good computer for the time because we bought everything fairly cheap. So it had a really good sound card, and it had a pretty good video card, and it had a good motherboard, and everything was separate, and everything was good, man. It was good.
How much, Jerry, was memory at that time?
Well, the memory would go up and down like the stock market.
Right.
Like 1 week you'd go and like 8 megabytes was like $150.
Really?
And the next week you might go and it might be $350. So
it was
really,
crazy.
yeah, it really fluctuated a lot. There was a point in time where we didn't buy any memory for a while because it was just ridiculous. The prices had just gone up so much. And I think I found out it was because of a tsunami or something in Taiwan. And it flooded all the factories and they couldn't make memory. And it was kind of the same memory that ham radio guys used. So we'd go to these shows and there'd be old ham radio guys selling memory. Because I think it was the same thing they used in ham radios or something. It was something like that.
Yeah, we would go and actually with the list, go to different people and kind of haggle with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
try
like
to get
a
them-
bazaar, you know?
It was. And then we'd come home with this stuff. And Jerry would figure out, I'd have a list of how to put it all together. And actually, we put all of our computers in the beginning together ourselves. We did it all ourselves, financially, labor.
Yeah, so once we built a computer, around that point in time, Rita's brother passed away
Right.
from a heart attack. And we were going through his house and we found all these records, and Rita was telling me like how he was into music and stuff. So together we kind of decided, well, I said to her, well, what if we played like music? Because I was friends with a couple of guys in cover bands in New Jersey. And they would all tell me, oh, every time we go home, our wives and our girlfriends are pissed because we smell like alcohol and we had a good time and they had to stay home with the kids and we don't make any money. And so I said to one of the guys, well, what do you really need? And he goes to me, I need to be played on a college radio station. And I go, dude, once you get out of the college parking lot, I can't hear you anymore. You need to be on a radio station. That's what you need to be on. And he goes, yeah, well, how's that going to happen? Either you got to pay for that to happen or you got to be with a record company to make that happen. So I said, well, what if I could play you around the world? Well, first I said, what if I could play you and people could hear you on their computers? And he said, oh, well, I just want to get played on the college station. And I said, well, dude, people around the world will be able to hear you, not just people at the college. And he was like, well, that would be cool. So I approached Bumpskey and I said, listen, I know you were looking for something to do to memorialize your brother. How about we start this radio show and help bands, since he had all those records under his bed and he was into music. So
He
Rita,
loved music.
yeah, so Rita was like, Jerry, you don't have any idea of what you're doing. You don't know anything about, audio. You do know about computers, but we don't know any bands. It's crazy. So, we spoke about it for a while. Then finally, Rita was like, okay, let's do it. So then we looked into more of the stuff we needed to do it. The company back then, the only way you could really broadcast on the internet was using a conference company. So at the beginning of the internet, there was these companies that would set up conferences for businesses. And it was all audio back then. Nothing was video. So it'd be like the conference room in Tokyo could talk to the conference room in New York. And they would do it through high speed phone lines, pretty much. So, and that was kind of the beginning of voice over IP, which was sending audio through data lines. And that's how phone calls became cheap and all that stuff once they had figured out how voice over IP worked. So we found this company in Colorado that was doing that, and we started paying them $3,500 a month. Then it was like $200 a month for the phone line. So that's where the whole 12-hour a day doing it thing came from, because we were spending all this money. We were like, we really need to try and maximize, because we did want to kind of make a business out of it, I guess, but not so much make a business out of it, but have it fund itself, at least. So we could actually just spend our time doing that, because I gave up my career in computers. If I would have stayed with computers, I probably would have had some boring job with an office and a suit and a tie, and I probably would have made a lot of money because I was excelling in the computer field. And by the age of like 32, I was running computer rooms. So it's not a far stretch to say that I wouldn't be maybe running an IT department today if I had stayed in that. But I gave up my career to come and do this. And that was a big mistake, because now I'm broke. I owe $30,000. The IRS is going to come after me in December. So who knows how much longer I'll be doing the show.
But
It might be from jail pretty soon.
But Jerry, it was really the love of what we were trying to do.
Well, I was trying to help. I was trying to help artists.
Absolutely. So.
And I thought that it was a good idea for a business, and lo and behold, it was, because Joe Rogan makes like $400 million fucking dollars a year. So it absolutely was a good business idea.
Absolutely.
I just don't make $400 million a year like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan does, because he has a lot of cool friends. I decided to support people that nobody cared about. Nobody wanted to know about them. They weren't cool. The Misfits, yes. I decided to support. Instead of having John Travolta on my show.
Oh, Johnny.
So, that's probably where I blew it. I should have kissed ass and, became friends with Roger Daltrey or Bruce Springsteen, or like my good buddy Quevac, who every time Bruce used to go take a shit, Quevac would be there with toilet paper for the guy. Bruce is going to be in Asbury today. I'm going down to Asbury. Like Bruce was going to stop and talk to him. I talked to Bruce Springsteen more times than he did.
But
in fact, Bruce kissed my girlfriend. So there, I got you beat.
But the most important part is that, with all of that, we're very honest and truthful. We're not going to try to scam people.
How close is your mouth to the microphone?
Not as close as it should be. Gotta remember.
Maybe you might want to lift that up just a little bit. Just hold the bottom of hold that part of the stand with your hand like this.
Okay.
And then the base of it.
Okay.
Okay, and then just push this up a little.
Okay.
So it gets closer to your mouth.
That's good. Excellent. There we go. Now I think I got it. Awesome. The mic is bigger than my head, folks. Anyhow,
Well, it's there to talk into. That's why it's there.
yes. I'm learning, folks. Anyway, that's we're not out to scam. We're out to, you know, actually live and do it the right way. So Queequeg was pretty much a scammer.
Well, he was trying
Sort
to
of.
put on a show that
Yeah,
people wanted to watch,
right. That's true.
which is easier when you have famous people.
Yes.
When you don't have famous people, it's a little more difficult to put on a show that people want to watch.
Well, in my eyes, we're famous. We've been doing this for 25 years, trying to help out. So, as Peter said, carry on,
Carry on.
carry on.
All right, so since it is our 25th anniversary, I do want to say that our buddy Incubus Lovechild wanted to send me a video to celebrate our 25th anniversary, but his mom is ill, so I told him, don't you dare. Go take care of your mom, and when your mom feels better, to send us a video. So I want to thank Incubus Lovechild for wishing us a happy 25th.
And this is to Incubus Lovechild, a beer. He's a beer drinker.
Yep.
So,
Here's a pint for
a
Incubus.
pint.
I'm sure Incubus Lovechild is multiple pints into it by now,
I'm sure.
because he's playing some festival. I think the Glastonbury, or I don't know. He's playing on King Charles's lawn this weekend.
Yes.
Or something.
So, here's to Incubus Lovechild.
Some
Cheers.
Some rugby game.
Cheers,
somewhere.
cheers, cheers. Salute.
Salute. All right, so let's do a video that we got congratulating us on our 25th anniversary. This is
Sounds great, Jerry.
This is Neil Fox.
Hey Jerry, it's Neil Fox here, and I just wanted to congratulate you on 25 years doing this for music, for the musicians, for songwriters. It's amazing. Most people can't do anything for 25 years, so this is really appreciated in the whole music community. And hoping I can do this again for your 50th anniversary, if that's what you want to do. And, if you just want to go for another 10, that's okay too. Anyway, thank you very much. Congratulations. And thanks again for being a cameo in one of my music videos. That was really cool. So I love you, man.
I love Neil too.
Yeah.
Neil Fox. What a good guy. What a talented musician.
Very talented.
One of the reasons we do this.
Absolutely.
Because people like Neil need to be heard.
Well, he does, and so many brilliant artists today need to be heard. And this is what we're generating, is trying to push that a little bit forward so that they do. Because there's so many talented musicians. It's really incredible. It really is. I don't know, my mind goes crazy knowing how many people I go, why didn't they make it? They're so talented. So we're trying. 25 years, we're going ahead, Jerry.
It's amazing the shit that we'll put up with in this country. I'm addicted to Snapple peach tea, and this is not a paid commercial, obviously, because I'm going to rip him a new asshole. But I drink Snapple peach tea, pretty much addicted to it. Pretty much the only thing I really drink. And I got to say, about a third of the time, it's tastes like shit. It's either been brewed in the truck, or it tastes like it came out of somebody's armpit, or butt crack, or something. I don't know where it comes from.
I don't know, but my beer tastes pretty darn good.
Yeah, no, I bought 2 big bottles of Snapple, and both of them taste like somebody poured water through somebody's butt crack. But I still drink it because we're stupid.
Cheers, Jerry.
Cheers, Bumpskey. I wish I could drink beer, but I can't. It fucks with my stomach. Unfortunately, the carbonation. I can't handle the carbonation.
Not good.
I can't drink anything carbonated, period. Doesn't matter. Beer, soda, sparkling water. Doesn't matter. It
So
all
we're going to
sucks.
drink up on our 25th anniversary.
Yes, we are.
Right.
Yes, we are. I guess we should play a Neil Fox song since we just did his promo.
A brilliant man.
Let's
He is a
do-
genius.
Go pick it. What do you want to hear?
Sheep.
Sheep. Oh, she's going to audio. Look
Yeah.
at this. She's a sheep fan too, huh? All right. Let's
Yeah,
get,
it's good for nowadays. Everybody out there is sheep.
you're all just a bunch of sheep.
Where's your common sense? Duh.
Or is it just easier to
Knock, knock.
Yeah. Or is it just easier just to do nothing?
True,
Is that what it is?
for some.
Is it
But
is
not
it just
for us.
easier to go? Jimmy Kimmel is a good guy and Charlie Kirk is a bad guy.
Don't get me started on him. What an asshole he is.
Is it easier just to do stuff like that? I guess it is. I guess it is.
Much easier because it's money involved.
Yeah.
Period. He
Yeah.
has no brain, no heart.
And he's not even funny.
He's not funny.
No,
sorry.
he's not. He's not funny.
It's just not funny.
At least be funny, man. I know a lot of not funny people. I'd mention another one right now, but I don't want to get in trouble, so.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're always in trouble.
Well, I'm always in trouble, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. You, I don't think so. I can't remember the last time you were ever in trouble, so.
Oh,
You do pretty well.
that's good, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I remember a lot.
Yeah. It was before me, that's for sure. I don't think-
Well, one time I threw you out of here because Rainy.
Once again,
Rainy?
I was in trouble. You weren't in trouble.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh boy, was I pissed.
Yeah.
That's an interesting story.
I don't even know the story. So,
Oh, I do.
yeah. See? Good, tell it if you want.
Oh, well, Jerry needed a sidekick to work with him on the show. And I was working 2 jobs, blah, 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 paying for things. So we did get this woman, I believe her name was Rainy or Reenie or whatever it was. And it worked out for a while. It worked out pretty darn good. And
She
then
was on the show for 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, 4 weeks for you is pretty good. 12 hours a day is pretty good. So anyhow, all of a sudden, she seems to start taking over the show, like it's her show. And
And to be honest, from the very start, I never wanted to do the show.
right,
I was going to be the technical guy behind the show. And we were going to try and find somebody to actually do the show.
because I was trying to make money. Jerry was doing wanted to be
Finding bands,
bands and
filming. I
Oh.
wanted to be doing that part of it.
right. So but I'm so happy, Jerry, that you took over. And anyway, the
And it was because I had no choice. We couldn't find anybody to do
No.
it for free.
So it was cool. It worked out for 4 weeks, and all of a sudden, she's starting to take over. Like it's her show, it's her this, and meanwhile I'm working. Jerry's doing all the technical stuff, and then one day I just came home and I got so pissed, and I just I think I threw her out.
Well, see, the way I remember that
I
is-
don't know. I was so
The way I
angry.
remember that is
Okay.
everything
Joe.
Rita said is correct.
absolute.
But what happened was it was the day after Super Bowl. I got arrested.
Yes.
I got arrested for weed the night before the Super Bowl one year. So it was in January. And the next day we had scheduled like bands to come up and be on the show.
Correct.
So after getting home from being locked up and all this stuff, I knew who was coming. all of a sudden, somebody was in the house. We had no idea who it was. And we're asking everybody, do you know who this is? Do you know who? And nobody knew who it was. And I guess Rainey wasn't there yet or something. I'm not too sure. Maybe she was there, but she started inviting people to our house without even checking with, like, Rita. Like, I think her story was she wanted to surprise me,
Yeah.
which is fine. I get that.
That was okay.
But-
I didn't mind.
But you gotta, like, run it through Rita because it's her house, and
It's my finances, too.
maybe she
Come
wants
on.
to know who's in her house. So that's the way I remembered it, and
That's true.
that was it. And then, like, the next time you saw her after that, you said, "Listen, it's not working out."
No, and she was starting to push.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
no, I said everything you
sure.
said was correct.
So anyhow,
But the thing that pushed it over the edge was that
Was
she
that.
was, like, inviting people to the house.
That's
Like, not
right.
only was it her show, but now it was her house too.
absolutely. So that was challenging. We've had a lot of challenging
Well,
years,
we had Scotzo for many, many years, and then he left
many years.
for 8 years.
He was like our
Well, I shouldn't say many, many years because he was on the show from, I'm trying to think, probably 2001
Yep.
through 2002. Then from 2002 or 2003 to 2011, he wasn't on the show. And then from 2011 or 12 until about 2015. So out of 25 years, maybe he was on the show like 6 or 7 years,
absolute.
right? If my memory is correct, which it never is. I'm
No.
90% of the times wrong on everything.
Jerry's very, very close there. Bravo. You did a
Thank
good job.
Yeah, so Scotzo, and then we had Dan the Comedy Man.
Oh, yes.
Dan the Comedy Man was on the show almost as long as Scotzo.
Right.
He was on for a long time. He was on every Tuesday night. Stan would be on. But it just got to the point where I felt bad because we had hardly any listeners. Dan had more listeners in his comedy clubs, which was like 3, than I had on the show, which is probably still the same story.
Dan was fine. I mean, but so the problem with Scotzo was he was kind of a little bit of our mascot. He would go everywhere for about a year, a little over a year, almost a year and a half. We filmed bands, independent bands, at the Acme Underground. And we thought we were being cool and nice, and we would take him with us, feed him, supply
Give him alcohol,
Beers.
give him weed.
etc. And there was really no appreciation, you know.
Well, I think he appreciated it, but
but
he felt like he deserved it, I think,
yeah,
maybe.
like we owed it to him.
Yeah, like we owed it to him or something. And
So it wasn't cool.
and there was never anything like, hey, I got a joint, let's smoke my joint.
Yeah.
There was never any of that, really. So
No.
it was all one-sided pretty much.
So we've been through, like bands go through a drummer
Absolutely,
or
yeah.
a bass player or something.
And I always enjoyed doing the show with somebody, but it always came down to I should get paid. I should get something. I should get free food. I should get free alcohol. I should get free drugs. I'm on the show. I'm doing this. I was doing everything and still am, and I don't get paid anything. Nobody gives me free weed. In fact, I got to smoke weed twice now. That's how poor I am. I smoke it once and then I'm smoking it again. So I don't want to hear this shit. That's why those people, I appreciate them hanging out and all that stuff, but I don't feel that I owed anybody anything.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing it because they wanted to do it, like I do this because I want to do it.
Well, you and I both do it for the love of, I think, in one of your interviews you mentioned with Russ Paul, we are archiving many, many independent artists from the turn of the century. And a lot of them are very, very talented. And they really should be heard. So that's what we keep doing is pushing forward. And that's what we are. Carry on.
We're trying.
We're trying. So
All right,
that's
so
cool.
now it's time for Neil
Sheep.
Fox Sheep. You ready?
Awesome.
Here we go. Neil Fox Sheep, therealneilfox.com.
I didn't wanna be the one who had to say this, but it's been heavy on my mind. And though you like to think you're one and you're the only, look around, 'cause you're not one of a kind. I'm not the only one who knows or who can see this, but you've been getting on my nerves. I watch your ego say that you're always right, and it fights for the space it deserves. You've got the masses on your soul, no need to run, no need to hide. You're all just sheep. As long as everyone agrees, you'll be as stupid as you please. You're all just sheep. And anymore with the left, I can't supply you with lies. Sheep, you're being led up to the slaughter, and I'll serve you with fries. And here's another who could care less to get the facts straight. He's just another status quo. Behind a microphone, and boy, don't he just look great as he demonstrates what he doesn't know. Sheep, you've got the masses on your side, no need to run, no need to hide. You're all just sheep. As long as everyone agrees, you'll be as stupid as you please. You're all just sheep. And anymore with the left, I can't supply you with lies. Sheep, you're being led up to the slaughter, and I'll serve you with fries. And though you claim to have the facts to back up your story, you never seem to hang around. You're so convinced that your opinion has some value, and only your view is so holy and profound. You wouldn't think to check a fact, you'd never try to lead the way. As long as all your fears are intact, freedom is the only price we pay for sheep. You're all just sheep. Sheep. You're all just sheep. Sheep. You're all just sheep. just shape.
Neil Fox. That's cheap. TheRealNeilFox.com. That's the website. We met Neil in Florida.
Yeah, it was cool.
Neil and Naomi. They came and visited us when we were on our car tour of the United States. We did from New York City to Key West, and we've been we saw Bruce in Albany, so we've been to Albany, and we went to Colorado and Wyoming and just drove around for 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks or 4 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks in Colorado and Wyoming. So we've traveled quite a bit around the United States.
Yeah.
Been to bars everywhere and seen bands. Asheville and...
Asheville was cool.
Yeah.
That was a cool place. I think we were a whole month. We drove starting in March, came home in April, and went down to the Keys. Yeah, it was...
Charlotte and
Yeah,
saw our buddy Dave.
that's right. Howl at the Moon. Is
Howl
that
at the
correct?
Moon, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Asheville, we went to bars and checked out bands in Asheville and everywhere in between.
Yeah, we try. And how many bands have we gone out, Jerry, over the last 25 years and filmed?
Yeah.
The Acme Underground was
couldn't even
incredible.
count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't even count. A few.
You should talk about the Acme Underground. That was a great experience.
Well, according to our buddy Rick, I was never even there.
Well, we were there. I know.
According to my buddy Rick, I'd never even went to the Acme.
We'd eat upstairs, have dinner with
Yeah.
Scotzo,
That's Gatso.
our mascot, which I paid for.
And then I'd go down and smoke weed that I paid for with the guys in the bar because we had to get in good with them. So that was the weed I paid for.
Right. And we would film, there would be about 5, 6 bands that played that night. Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere from 5 to 8, I would say, right?
So
Because
what's,
they usually got like 20 minutes.
so what's funny about it is Jerry is obviously the computer man. And I would go and talk to the bands and, promote Bumpskey and having them come up and play in our living room.
Yeah, I mean, that was easy to figure out. Like the first time we did it, I would go up to the bands and they would just go, fuck you. Literally. I would go, hey, we're going to be filming you tonight, and I do this show, and it goes out to the world. And usually it would be the lead singer. He'd look at me and he'd go, fuck you.
And of course,
So then I started sending Rita over, and because she's a woman and a good-looking woman, they would be buying her beers and hanging all over her, and it went on for years. I mean, most of the bands never even talked to me. All they did was talk to Rita.
right. I would, promote what we're doing and give them a card. And obviously, I was dressed well, usually in my high stilettos.
Sucker Push got her hammered to the point where
Oh
I had
my
to
God.
pour her into a taxi
Yes.
that they were trying to get laid so bad. But it was constantly every band we met, they'd be buying her drinks and it'd be like, who the fuck is that guy? Get him out of here. That was my job.
Then we had one band come up, Flood.
Yep, Flood.
Flood came up.
Flood was this hot fireman, and Bumpskey was like, oh, I'm going to get them up
I'm going to
here.
get that.
And she sure did. No problem.
And
The guys, they didn't even talk to me.
and they brought, we said we live in a small little condo,
No.
Okay.
Bumpskey booked it and got him to come here. I
was it.
said, listen, this is what you need to bring. You need to bring your guitars, and I have all the stuff to plug it into the board, and a minimal drum kit. Because the guy had like a Madison Square Garden drum kit. And I was like, just a snare drum, a hi-hat, and a kick drum, and a tom if you want. That's it. We've got a small condominium. And I was the one that usually told them what gear to bring. So of course
Absolutely.
they said, fuck you, Jerry.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Of course they said, fuck you, Jerry. And as I'm doing the show, I see the whole band making like 20 trips to the van. And because I would be doing the show as the bands would be showing up, and Bumpskey would invite him into the house and give him beer and food that she had made for him. And she would socialize with the band. And I would be doing the show. Most of the times I never ate anything. I never drank anything. I did smoke weed.
Right.
But 99.9% of the times, if there was food, I never got to eat anything. If there was alcohol, maybe I had a couple of beers back then, but not really that much. But she would socialize with the bands and have food for them. And
I would make a platter of
Either
strawberries
fruits, yeah,
and
and
cheese
cheese
and
and-
all kinds
Yep.
of things. I
Chips.
always had chips and tons of beer and,
And
whatever alcohol you wanted.
The important thing was, like, back then we had built a table to put in the middle of the room, and the table, we built a computer into it. So that's where she would socialize with the band. So at the same time, we had that computer hooked up to a TV so they could chat with their fans or do whatever they wanted to do. My headphones are getting ripped out of my ears. They could do whatever they wanted to do. They could go on the internet. They could check out band websites. So that was the social part of the show. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. And with the table, right, you could, the whole concept was have bands up, make them feel comfortable, and let their hair hang down, talk about whatever they wanted to do, play if they wanted, you know.
Yeah,
if
we never made a band play. It was always if they wanted to.
They wanted to do it. And it was a hangout place to encourage your imagination and creation of music and people getting together and communicating.
Yeah, networking. It was for bands to
Absolutely.
network and exchange ideas.
And have a good time and enjoy each other, you know, in that extent of ideas and concepts and all of that. Yeah.
Which worked good for a while, but then once 90 million websites were broadcasting, then it just became a popularity contest that I just want to be on the most popular one of these.
Numbers.
Right.
Numbers,
Became about numbers, which basically there are no shows that have numbers unless you bring fans to the show. So like even like Jimmy Fallon or something like that, I guess they have their own built-in, like people watch it every night for Jimmy Fallon, I guess. I don't know. But I think it's more like, oh, who's on tonight? Who am I going to see tonight? I think it's more like that. Do you need to be plugged back in again?
I think I'm plugged in.
Okay.
I'm little AI robot.
AI robots.
Oh, just wind me up. Little Bumpskey. Just wind me
Warning,
up.
Will Robinson, warning.
My name is Rita, but I'm actually Bumpskey.
Yes. Yes, that's
That's who I am, is really Bumpskey.
that's another story from Rita's brother. Her brother Peter. Rita's a twin, so basically he nicknamed the twins Bumpskey and Coogan.
That's right. I am an identical twin. My brother was quite a genius, quite imaginative. So I was Bumpskey. My identical twin is Coogan.
And in real life, her name is Lois, so it's right and left.
Exactly. Because nobody when we were little could ever tell us apart.
So
Ever.
Rita was the right one and Lois was the left one.
There you go.
Which one are you, the right one?
I'm right. But on the right, but I'm not always right. I'm a little more impulsive. Let's go do this. Let's go do that.
So that's kind of the beginning of the show.
Yep.
And then, of course, there was a time where I wasn't in Mahwah and I was in Bayonne for 8 years. And then there was a brief period where I wasn't on the air at all. I think there was a 3-month period where I pretty much had like nowhere to live. And basically I couldn't do a show. And then finally I found somewhere to wind up, which was my dad's house. And my dad thought I was crazy from the time I started doing this. He's like, you're going to give up your career in computers to do what? He said, you're going to be broke. And he was right. He said, you're going to be broken in debt. And he was absolutely right.
Jerry's mom, if I'm right, would always say, have you made any money yet?
Yep. Yep. That's
No.
the first
No.
question they would ask me all the time.
No,
Have you made any money yet?
no.
Yep. So
So
I'm gonna die in the street somewhere broke. That's
It-
where I'll be.
comes from the heart.
Yep.
Comes from the heart, folks. All you artists out there.
Yep. Well, just like you guys. You guys are gonna die in the street broke too. So I'm just like you. So yeah. So then so I would think because if you talk to Rick Siegel, he'll say, "Oh yeah, you weren't on the air for a full 25 years." Well, technically I was, because every year I broadcasted.
Absolutely.
But there was about a 3-month period where I was kind of living out of my car and did not have a place to broadcast, nor a computer. So I did not broadcast. So out of the 25 years, but if you count how many shows I've done, it's ridiculous. Like this year, I think we hit 240 something, and last year was 320, and the year before that was 300 and something, and the year before that was 300 and something. So even if I missed a couple of months, I've done way more shows than any other broadcaster has done in 25 years.
Not only that, Jerry, you're great at animation. He's has taught himself graphic arts and making clips of animated arts, which are quite funny, really, really good, and a lot funnier than Jimmy Kimmel. But they are awesome. The Touch Her Hair one, all of them. You got to check them out, people. They are pretty amazing. You know, South Park got started, but I don't know, Jerry's are really funny. So
We have had a point where, like, the artist said to us, "Hey, let's put together a CD and raise money for Bumpskey." And I was like, "Wow, that's really nice of you guys. I could really use some money, so that's nice of you guys." So we put together this CD, and I think we made a little cover for it, and I took it down to Tower Records, and the guy was like, it doesn't have a barcode on it. We don't put anything in the store without a barcode. So I said, listen, dude, take it and listen to it in your car on the way home tonight from work. And I'm going to come back tomorrow.
right.
And if you liked it, you take 5 of them. If you didn't like it, you could tell me to fuck off. So the next day I went down there with Bumpskey, and the guy was like, I'll take 5 of them. So Tower Records took 5 of them.
Cool.
I think at one point they sent us a check. Somebody bought one of them. It was me. I bought one from Tower Records. But I think they sent us a check for like $3 or something,
Yeah, which was cool.
which I'd never cashed, and I don't know where it is anymore, but I had it for a while. So we were in Tower Records. We sold one of those CDs, and that was to me. The rest of them we gave away for free as promotion for the bands. So I probably made close to 50 or 100 of those, maybe.
Absolutely.
So there might be somebody out there that has one of those. Guess what? It's not worth shit. Nobody cares.
What's interesting, talking about that, on our door to the studio, we would have bands, when they came up, would sign the door. So actually, when Jerry was in Bayonne, we have the parts of the door that all the bands signed when they came to Bayonne. We also have, because we used Bayonne as bands coming up. Lone Wolf James, tons of other. Blue Number 9 were in Bayonne. We have others that were in Mawa. And they all signed, guess what? You can think of, if you go to any kind of club, you have to go to the bathroom. So the bathroom door is signed with many, many bands. Now, I bet Jerry could name every single band on these doors. I cannot, to be honest.
Some of
But-
them got wiped off, thank God. But yeah.
Only
I'm
one
sure.
or two.
I'm sure
from
the
bathroom.
Omatics and Teddy Richards
Oh, that's all
and
there.
Dave
Yeah.
Haywood and Allie Handel and
Every
Blue
single
Number
one
9 and
is there.
John Taglieri and
Yep.
John Taglieri's girlfriend from Michigan and
Our Quick Kill formula.
Quick Kill Formula and Kathy Fleischman and
I mean,
Annie Minogue and
it's
the works.
it's quite amazing. It just shows you exactly how many bands we have had
Carly
up here
Burnett.
or helped.
I did this thing in Bayonne where I had like 60 bands in a weekend. The cops came. It was official. Cops came on a Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock and was like, your neighbors are complaining about the noise. It's like, dude, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, we're going to arrest you if... Okay, dude, whatever.
Jerry, you were on for what, 36 hours or something?
Couple of
like that?
times, yep.
Yeah.
I think 36 hours.
Marathons. We did marathons.
I think 36 hours twice, 1 hour and 1 hour. I
We
think
had
there
so
was a
many
total of
bands
4.
up here one time. The cat got so freaked out with the music.
Yeah, that weekend we probably had about 25 bands.
25
the most I
bands.
think I ever did was Bayonne because it was nice and close to New York City.
Yeah.
So all the bands were like, oh, I could take a train there. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that was cool. A lot of cool times. And every single band had a great time. That's most important. They all had an awesome time. Played their hearts out. It was great. It's
Well, I will say almost every band had a great time.
great. Okay.
Dallas Fisher's boyfriend.
Oh, Dallas. Cute little Dallas.
Dallas had a great time, but her boyfriend was something else. He did not. The second time he was a little bit better, but the first time he's like, I'm in some guy's fucking living
Right.
room. Let's get the fuck out of here.
The interesting thing about Dallas Fisher, tiny little thing, she sat down and her voice was booming.
Yeah,
It was shocking.
She didn't even have to stand up to sing.
No. But you're right. Her boyfriend was not
He
too
didn't have a
happy.
good time. Who else didn't have a good time that I could remember?
Part of 5 Year Jacket, the fathers weren't so happy.
Yeah. I think it was
Yeah.
because I was smoking weed or something. I think I pissed them off with weed.
I think that they too, I think, thought, wow, we're just in somebody's condominium.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Then, of course, I pissed off Kirk McPhee's wife
Yes.
and Lone Wolf James's wife.
Yes.
Uh,
Just being honest,
who else did I piss off?
truthful dialogue.
Emiko,
Emiko,
I pissed her off.
well, she kind of turned on us a little bit,
Well, I mean,
you know.
I'm just saying I pissed them off. I didn't say that they were right to be
No,
pissed off at
no.
me or wrong
You're
to
right.
be pissed off at me, but they definitely were pissed off at me.
We're very honest, in your face, honest.
Well,
Sometimes, most of the time.
I try to be, but, you know, I also try and be nice too. Like, I've never really. One time, because this guy pissed me off, I never really said a band sucked.
Right.
Except for Above Shanghai or whatever the hell the name of
Oh,
the band
right.
was. Because the guy just wouldn't leave me alone. I was like, Jesus, leave me alone already. You suck, all right? You suck. You suck. You suck.
Oh, he was the fellow who said, Oh, I'm going to change everything. You're going to become famous
Yeah.
with it. Okay, he was terrible.
I heard that
Sorry.
8,000 times since I've been doing this. I can't tell you how many times somebody told
That's
me, Jerry, I'm going to make your show big.
Big,
Okay.
bigger than big.
Yeah.
Well, in my mind, we're doing great.
Quevac, the first time I met him, I'm going to get you thousands of listeners. Okay, Rich.
Chicken parm time.
You better get yourself thousands of listeners first.
Chicken parm time.
Yeah, it's chicken parm time. All right, so I guess it's chicken parm time then, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's an hour.
It's very interesting.
An hour of people listening to us reminiscing, I think, is enough.
Yeah, but it's cool.
So that's it, 25 years.
Cool.
I'm going to probably come back later and play some music.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll be doing a show tomorrow or not, maybe. If I do, maybe I'll try and pick like the 25 best bands of the last 25 years.
Tomorrow is actually our anniversary
Yes, tomorrow's our wedding anniversary and the anniversary of Bumpskey
of Bumpskey.
when we did our first show. So that's
Yep.
why this is the last show of the 25th year.
Woohoo!
So I should be here tomorrow at some point. I don't know when, probably tomorrow night. And I think tonight I'll slip in a show too. And maybe at some point I'll put together the 25 top bands at Bumpskey if I feel like it.
Sounds good to me, Jerry.
Yay, Bumpskey.
Yay!
Sounds good to Bumpskey.
Little Bumpskey.
All right, I'm going to go drink some of my shitty Snapple, and Bumpskey's going to have the rest of her beer, I guess.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Peace, everybody. Thank you for 25 years of watching the show.
Peace.
Don't forget, be good to each other, take care of each other, love each other, respect each other. If you can't do all of those things at once, start with respect.
Respect.
And then once you respect somebody, you might care about them. And once you care about them, you might possibly take care of them if they need help. And if you take care of them and you care about them and you respect them, you may learn to love them.
Cool.
And that could be in a physical way or just in a way that one person loves another person. Who knows? But I think it would make a better world if we could all just do that. Just do that. Don't do anything else. Don't even take a shower. Just do that. Because that's all that's important. We have to change the world.
God can help.
God can help. I believe in God.
Absolutely.
I believe in God because it's better than believing in we're just going to be worm food. Not a great life if you're going through and thinking the only thing I got at the end is I'm worm food. Why even bother trying?
Well, God knows what's in your heart. So you got to keep going forward.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's it.
You might as well believe
Absolutely.
in God.
You don't want to be worm poop.
Well, that's the only option you have. That you're just going to
It's true.
die. So what are you living for then? What are you living for? Just to get to the end? That's it.
People live for accumulating as much stuff as they can get and as much money as they can get. You cannot take it with you. Period. No matter what, you can't take it with you.
Some people have, but they just screwed over whoever was left here. They could have left it to them to use, but some people get buried with their jewelry and they bury me in my car and bury me with my money, and so
Yeah, well, years ago, people would dig bodies up to
get all the jewelry and
to
stuff.
get the jewelry.
If it even made it that far, I'm sure half of the guys that worked at funeral homes before they
Yes.
closed the coffin would yank off the rings and shit.
So it's much better to love one another. That's it.
And and use your money while you're here.
Yeah.
What are you saving it for?
Help other people.
There you go.
And that's what we're doing. Peace, love, rock and roll, caring.
Yep. And always remember and never forget.
It's chicken party time.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
If you could stand for our national anthem, that would be fantastic. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? God bless the USA.